Good morning, my dear students. So this is second lecture of atoms. We were in discussion with alpha particle scattering experiment. So what is this alpha particle scattering experiment? Already I had told you in our last class. Let us recall. So we are having a source of alpha particle as bismuth, which has been placed in lead cavity. Next we are having lead bricks, okay, to absorb the extra alpha particles which are falling over there. And next we will be having a gold foil where this alpha particle going and hitting for that gold foil, and throughout the gold foil, okay, surroundingly we are having what? Circular screen, okay, and inside the circular screen it has been coated with zinc sulfide, because zinc sulfide is a material which is a photosensitive material, and we can easily identify where alpha particle is going and hitting for this screen. Clear? So these all things we had discussed in our last class. If alpha particle is going very straightly, means we are going to treat it as what? No deviation case, or we can call it as what? Theta is equal to 0 degree. Deviation is not there. Theta is equal to 0 degree. And next, some more alpha particles. I had told you those alpha particles will get deflected for some angle. Let us call that angle theta, means here theta value will be greater than 0. In this case, theta value is greater than 0. It may be 1 degree, 2 degree, any value. Clear? Okay. Next, what will happen? This alpha particle, next third case, this alpha particle, some alpha particles will get deflected more than 90 degree, and very few alpha particle will just get rebounded back. So we are going to discuss the cases now. Okay. So Ernst Rutherford's alpha particle experiment. So he told that most of the space of atom is hollow. Why he had given this statement, you know? Because most of the alpha particles were undeviated. Undeviated means theta value will be equal to what? 0 degree. Theta value equal to 0 degree. So he had given in terms of percentage also. So most of the alpha particles means how many alpha particles are moving straightly. Okay, that means they were undeviated, means he had given that 99.86% of alpha particles were undeviated. Clear? This is the first and foremost statement given by Ernst Rutherford. Clear? Because most of the alpha particles were traveling very straightly according to that phenomena, or according to that result from alpha particle scattering experiment. He told that 99.86% of alpha particles were undeviated. They are not changing its path. Clear? They are not changing their path, means they are moving straightly. And how many alpha particles are moving straightly? Out of 100, 99.86 alpha particles are moving very straightly. Clear? And angle is 0 degree. Angle is 0 degree. Clear? Okay. Next, what he said means, second statement. Now 99.86 traveled straightly means how many were remaining? 0.14. Correct, no? So 0.14 percentage of 0.14 percentage of alpha particles have been deflected from more than 1 degree of deflection. That means only 0.14 alpha particles have been got deflected more than 1 degree of deflection. Means here the angle theta what I am writing, here we are not going to get maximum alpha particles. Okay, here maximum alpha particles 99.86 percentage. Clear? Here we are going to get only 0.14 percentage of alpha particles. Are you getting this point? And where these alpha particles go and hit for this target or this zinc sulfide means, here we are going to get what? Some photoelectric effect. Photoelectric effect means here we are going to see that small lightning effect. Okay, very good. Now going to the next point, 0.14 alpha particle have been deflected more than 1 degree of deflection. Clear? Very good. So he said that as alpha particle is nothing but what? Always remember, alpha particle is nothing but nucleus of helium atom. Nucleus of helium atom is nothing but what? Alpha particle. And alpha particle is positively charged. Okay, alpha particle is positively charged particle. As alpha particle is positively charged particle and only 0.14 percentage of alpha particles have deflected from more than 1 degree of deflection, check his patience. Okay, Rutherford, 99.86 percentage of alpha particles are moving undeviated, means he would have concluded his statement most of the atom is hollow complete, concept is completed, but he had struggled for this 0.14 percentage, and in this 0.14 percentage only we will discuss about what is atom basically. Clear? So as alpha particle is also positively charged particle, and the alpha particles which are going for and hitting for that gold foil and they are getting deflected more than 1 degree of deflection, means he said that there exist some positive charge. If positive charge is not there, means what will happen? If positive charge was absent, means what may be the result? There exists some positive charge. If positive charge itself is not there, means again this was 0.14 percentage of alpha particles, those alpha particle will also could have been moved very straightly, completely straight. Are you getting my point? So what he is stressing means, if it is deflecting more than 1 degree of deflection, means then there exists some positive charge. Initially he said that a very small amount of positive charge may be there. Clear? So that's why there exists some positive charge. Clear? Okay. Next, he given one wonderful result that in third point he stated like, listen, 1 in 8,000, okay, 1 in 8,000 alpha particle got deflected more than 90 degree of deflection. Clear? 1 in 8,000. Could you just imagine here, if 8,000 particles are going and hitting for this target, means here 8,000 particles are hitting for this gold foil, means only one among that will have to come back in this manner. Clear? So 1 in 8,000 alpha particle got deflected greater than 90 degree of deflection. Okay, and last, the concluding statement he given that 1 in 10 lakh alpha particle. That means 10 lakh alpha particles are going and hitting for that gold foil, means out of 10 lakh alpha particle, only one alpha particle will rebound back in the same manner how it has entered. Clear? So 1 in 10 lakh alpha particle deviate about 180 degree. Clear? Initially, what all the things we had discussed? First one, he said that if 99.86% of alpha particles are falling very straightly, means that condition is no deflection condition. And how many alpha particles will go for no deflection, or how many alpha particles will experience zero deflection, means he said that 99.86% of alpha particles will travel very straightly. Clear? And as we got 99.86 alpha particles are very straightly moving, means most of the atom is hollow, or space whatever we are going to get inside the atom, we are getting that atom as a hollow space. This is first result given by Rutherford. Next, what he said? Next, he talked about this deflection. Okay, about this remaining 0.14 alpha particles. What he said here is for 0.14% of alpha particle, means if 0.14% of alpha particles are getting deflected more than 1 degree of deflection, means there exists some positive charge here. If positive charge is not here, means those alpha particles, okay, would have been moved very straightly. Clear? Okay. Next, what he said means 1 in 8,000 alpha particle will get deflected more than 90 degree of deviation. And last, and the very important point, what he said means the alpha particle which is going and hitting 1 in 10 lakh alpha particle will just rebound back, or we can tell in this manner, 1 in 10 lakh alpha particle, after hitting that gold foil, it will retrace its path. Retrace means how it has been went, or through which route it has been went. By the same route it should have to come back. Clear? Are you getting this point? Very good. So after giving this statement, 1 in 10,000 alpha particle deviate about 180 degree, he had concluded one more point over here, which means that, or which implies, a massive positive charge has been concentrated at very less space. Okay, let me conclude about this statement, which implies that a massive positive charge is concentrated at very small space. Why very small space? He had stressed about this word, very small space, means because how many alpha particles are coming back? Only 1 in 10 lakh alpha particles. That means there exists some positive charge, and that positive charge is concentrated at very small space. Clear? Got this point? Okay. Next, he had given one formula, that means number of alpha particles we are going to calculate at any general angle theta. Okay. Number of alpha particle, or number of alpha particles deflected at angle theta. Okay, so this has been given by a formula, n is equal to k z square whole divided by sine power 4 times of theta by 2. Clear? So according to this formula, we are going to get according to this formula, we are having a graph. That graph is that number of alpha particles versus scattering angle. So this is our y-axis, basically this is x-axis, and here we are going to consider n values, and here I am going to consider angle theta. Clear? Understood now? N, and here along this axis we are having angle theta. Okay, so this angle theta starts from 0 degree here. Initially 0 degree, 1 degree, 2 degree, in that manner up to 180 degree. And here we are having numbers in the multiplication of 10. 10 square. Next 10 to the power of 4, 10 to the power of 6, in this manner. And here 10 to the power of 7. In between also we are having values. Clear? And here angle starts from 0 degree and it will be in increasing order. You can just assume like 20 degree, 40 degree, okay, like this continuation up to 180 degree. This last is 180 degree here. (180 degree). Okay, so if we plot the graph, means we are going to get a graph in this order. Okay, for 0 degree, no deflection, maximum number of this one, what is that, helium atom. Okay, so maximum, and for 180 degree only few atoms. Okay, okay, we are going to get a graph in this manner. So number of alpha particles, okay, with respect to angle theta it is. Oh shit. Okay, in this curve manner only you are going to get that graph. Clear? So this is all about today's class basically, and in next class we will be discussing about two important parameters which have been related to alpha particle scattering experiment. Basically in this class what all the things we had discussed, let me recall once again. This is a very important discovery in the field of science, okay, about atom. So alpha particle scattering experiment. From this experiment we came to know that most of the space in an atom is empty, or we are going to call it as what, hollow. Getting or not? Very good. Next, this experimental setup is important. Okay, you have to remember what is the principle behind this, why we are studying alpha particle scattering experiment. Basically we need this experiment, okay, to discuss or to design the model of atom. Initially model of atom given by J.J. Thomson. Okay, next Rutherford continued about this one. So talking about this complete model, 2-3 times already I had discussed, I had informed you what all the things you have to remember over here. First of all, this is nothing but what, a source of alpha particle, which is nothing but what, bismuth, and this is lead cavity. Okay, why we are using lead means, if any alpha particle is coming and hitting for that lead cavity, means it is just going to absorb it. Okay, and we can give one more word over here, so I had forgotten to write that, now here I am writing. So this lead bricks will collimate this alpha particle. Collimate means they are making to move alpha particles in a straight line. Here which are falling, it will absorb, but as a result what will happen, these alpha particles will move straightly. Clear? So these will collimate alpha particle. Okay, these lead bricks will collimate alpha particle. Clear? So alpha particles will come in this manner, they will fall on this gold foil. Most of the alpha particles traveling no deviation. Some alpha particles got deflected for some angle, still some more alpha particles deflected more than 90 degree, and only 1 in 10 lakh alpha particles, they will retrace their path, original path, and based on that we got some results over here. As most of the alpha particles are traveling undeviated, that's why most of the space of the atom is hollow. 99.86% of the alpha particles were undeviated. Clear? And in next point, only 0.14% of alpha particles have deflected from more than 1 degree of deflection. Clear? And due to this fact, what he said, there may exist some positive charge, because alpha particle is also positive charged particle, and nucleus, inside a nucleus, sorry, I mean inside that gold foil atom, inside a nucleus we have positive charge. As these two tries to repel each other, that's why these alpha particles are traveling more than, that means these alpha particles will get deflected more than 1 degree of deflection. Clear? And next, 1 in 8000 alpha particle got deflected more than 90 degree of deflection, and only 1 in 10 lakh alpha particle deviate about 180 degree of deflection. Clear? So due to this result, okay, we are concluding here that there may exist some positive, massive positive charge, and it has been concentrated at very small charge, very small space. Okay, if it has been acquired all the space, means that 99.86% of alpha particles which have been traveled undeviated, that result will fail. Correct, no? And here Rutherford given one formula, which is nothing but n kz square divided by sine power 4 whole divided by theta by, sorry, kz square divided by sine power 4 theta by 2. Okay, what happened over here? N is equal to k z square whole divided by sine power 4 theta by 2. Clear? So this is nothing but what? Number of alpha particles deflected at any theta angle. Clear? And based on this we had just plotted a graph, and that graph we are getting in this curved shape manner. So this is all about today's class, and in next class we are going to discuss some more important parameters in this Rutherford's model, and where this Rutherford's model fails, for what concept Rutherford model fails, and next which model we are going to study. Clear? So keep studying. Thank you.